Hello YouTube, Dion from Tech with the unboxing of the LIVARNO Monitor Riser. As you can see, this is an ideal shelf also for laptops, or actually two of them, shelves, not laptops. So let's open the first one and check what LIVARNO has offered here with this really well priced product for any setup. But as you can see here, offers a lot of storing options for your desk. So let us cut this here and open it up. Now I should mention that this is the black version. There is also available in a white color like ivory, but this is the black one. So let's take out all the parts and try to assemble this shelf for our desk. Okay, here we have some wooden shelves and most of the parts are here. Okay, let us take them all out. Naturally, we have the quintessential manual for checking how to assemble this whole shelf. Okay, here we have the instructions. It is in various languages, but okay, this is all that it is to have the instructions. So here we have all the parts needed, the screws and the locking mechanisms and some stickers, I guess. Okay, it's these things here. These are stickers for sticking on top of the end of the locking mechanisms here, so that you won't see the screws. That's not an ideal system, but that's what we have here for this budget. We also have some wooden pins to assemble the shelves itself, apart from the screws. So we'll check this out. Now the shelf parts are from this black material that is placed on top of the compressed plywood, that is melamine. And here we have already some holes and drives for our locking mechanism with the screws and the pins. All these are locked in place here, and we just have to manage our parts there. Okay, we just don't want to lose these pins here, just gather them here. The parts are a little bit dusty, but we can clean this when it is assembled. So each part seems to be attached with a pin or a screw here, and I guess there are no more pins or screws that are needed here, so be very careful not to lose any of them. Overall, I would say that I'm really pleased with the quality here. It looks like this is a product from IKEA, and this is a really well priced one compared to the competition. So there are only 4 parts to assemble, and in order to do that we just have to see the manual. So here we have the manual again. We just have to use the pins and the screws that attach to the ends, that there are already drilled holes for the assembly process, and this is quite simple. So now we just have to do it. Now first of all, we must gather these screws here and place them to each drilled hole of the parts. Now here we just have to place them there, I guess. Okay, that's not right. This should be for the wooden pegs, I guess. It's not fitting here, so we must check this one again. Okay, so we will unbox the second one this time and we'll assemble it correctly. I should note that you cannot do it without a screwdriver. It is needed to tighten the screws. So here we have again all the parts included in the packaging. You just have to carefully take them out this time. I've noticed that these wooden parts are prone to get damaged at the edges. These are really brittle. So once again we have the parts here, the screws, the manual, and now part by part we'll assemble this monitor shelf. But first we must separate the top from the bottom part. So okay, this is the top, and we'll assemble them right away. And in order to do that we need our screws and our wooden pegs. Let's unpack them. So here we have again all the screws. So let's spread them here like that. And here we have the wooden pegs. So we have to install them first. But in order to assemble this monitor riser, we need a screwdriver just to screw every other screw in place. But first the wooden pegs must be installed correctly, and you don't need a screwdriver for these. So we push them at the inner holes. These are for the wooden ones, like that. And at the other side, we push them here and again here, so they are symmetrical. And now we have to do the same with the rest of the wooden pegs for all the other parts, and pushing them into the holes like that, not this one, to the second hole from the edge. And then again we do the same for the other one, like that here and again here, so that they will be again symmetrical. And now it's the time for the locking mechanism and the screws of each side to be placed, but we must remove first these stickers here. I really don't like this system for hiding the screws at the edges, but okay, let's place the locking mechanisms in place. These great sockets are the place where they should be anchored, and here you can see we can attach the edge of the screw and this locks into place and is secured like that, so the whole contraption will be stable, and that's how we place it. And here we can place our screw, and we can screw it with a screwdriver just to fasten it in place for the lower shelf, and that is it. And now we can place the other one in place like that, and another screw, that's for the other hole there. We just have to fasten this one too, like that. And now this one is ready, and this is how each side should be. That's ready for assembling. And now we just have to gather all the rest of the screws and screw the other part, and then again the side pieces will be inserted there where the locking mechanism is, and the wooden pegs here. And then the same should be done for the rest of the parts. We will attach them after we screw all the screws in place like that. Now here we have all the parts ready with the screws and the wooden pegs. We just have to attach each part with one another and lock everything into place with the screws and the pegs, and these locking mechanisms here with the screws of the other parts, and we can just insert it here, something like that, and it just have to be pressed down. That should be vertically like that. That's ready. And now it's the time that we'll apply some force and use our screwdriver to turn this here and lock the upper screw like that and lock it into place, and that is fastened there and it won't go anywhere. Now the same way we can attach also the shelf here. We can just press it into place, but first it is a good time to stick the first sticker there and hide the screws, or better the locking mechanism there. This is a bit persistent and we can always do that later, but okay, here we have it. We just have the same color and that will hide it. Not an ideal solution, but it will do the trick, at least for this price range. And we can always put more stickers there and hide the joints with these metallic parts. So now let's install the shelf there, and we just have to place it again into place like that, and now we just have to hold it and fasten actually the screws there, so that will be locked into place, something like that. And now it's the time to end this assembly and place the last part here with the shelf, and the top part we just have to push it again into place. And somehow this is stuck there. Okay, now here we have it, but we just have to fix it properly and lock it into place. Both wooden pegs and the screws should drive it there to its proper position, but we have to lock it vertically into place there, the upper part, Okay, let me show you. Here, as you can see, we must push it again and fit it like that and lock it into place, and now we have to fasten the screws there with these locking mechanisms, and this is a bit hard because if you have big hands or a really big screwdriver, you must fit a screwdriver there. The screws will be external. It will be more handy, but I prefer it this way because the screws won't be visible, neither will be the stickers. So there I think it is fastened enough, but again let us check each screw and lock it into place just to ensure that nothing is loose there and it's well assembled. And this will be a stable monitor riser. Now again we have to stick every sticker into place to hide the screws. What is interesting is that this stand does not have some rubberized feet at the bottom to avoid scratches on your desk, and I really like, apart from these stickers, some feet, not high enough, something rubberized, just a sticker to ensure no scratches will be made. Given this product's price, I think this is the only thing missing, so you should get some rubberized feet yourself if you think they are needed. Well, now it seems that we forgot these internal stickers. I thought there were some extra stickers, but we just forgot these ones, and ensure that no screw will be visible on our monitor riser. So here it is, there you have it. This is our monitor riser with the shelf and the extra storage options here. That's quite nice. You can place a keyboard underneath here for your PC or your laptop, and overall this is a great value for money. So this was the unboxing of the LIVARNO Monitor Riser. Now if you like this assembling, leave us a like, subscribe, leave us a comment if you would like more assembling like this, and as always from M.A.D Tech, thank you for watching.